Hi friends, this is Susie, your gaming guru, here to help you solve the puzzle of level 5188 as a very special dedication to Laura Lee, one of my very first and best friends in the Candy Crush Kingdom. So Laura, let me take a look at this, but it does not look pleasant. We've got 21 moves to clear out 35 jelly and collect 18 ingredients. Well, I can see the ingredients, but we've got to get, yikes, these sugar chests dissolved by collecting these keys. We've got dark... Oh, I think I do remember this. So look at this dark chocolate. It only has one place to grow. And so it has to go here. Well, actually two places. It could grow higher up. But eventually it has to start going this way. And we could just wait for the chocolate to collect all of it. And then what would happen is these would all open up and drop down. Now if these have a layer of up to 3 and there are 9 here, we have to hope we can get through this. Well, let's just jump in and see what happens. See how this is supposed to work. I don't know. It can't be that easy. It can't be self-working. But look at that. That got captured by chocolate, so it's coming along here. Because this row of licorice right here tells me that there's no way to make a stripe that can go down and get these. I have to let the chocolate get it. Now, is it important to try to open this up? This is milk chocolate and this is dark chocolate, so they can both grow. Notice this growed. This grew upward instead of outward though, so that's a problem. So maybe I just have to keep the chocolate in check while I'm getting all of this done. Oh, I still have the jelly underneath. I see. Okay. So as I'm doing this, I have to try to get through the jelly. And that chocolate is growing 2 at a time, like 2 up and then 1 over. That's the pattern it has established, and it doesn't look like it's varying. So oftentimes you just have to wait and see what the board is going to do for you. I do know that I don't want to take out any of this dark chocolate. I want it to continue growing. The milk chocolate, on the other hand, that's a problem. The more I can remove, the better off I'll be. And then it looks like I'll just have the very end to try to get the rest of this done. I haven't even been able to clear out all of the jelly right here, though. That's not good. Now I've got a stripe. Oh, look at this. I can get rid of that licorice lock. So a little bit of help here. As this opens up, I should get a lot more space. And now I've got 4 moves to clear out 15 double thick jelly, some of it under licorice. Not fun. So the chances of that happening are very slim. However, I do understand the board better now. And I can see that I'm going to require quite a bit of luck. Not even speaking of this, I still had 11 other of the jelly that I wasn't able to get through. So everything is going to be contingent upon the luck I can get to try to take out those licorice locks as soon as I can while things are progressing down here, and then to try to clear everything out as soon as it becomes available. I will still employ some skill though. I'll try to look for specials that I can create to prepare myself, but in a small field it's probably going to rely mostly on luck and just a little bit of skill. Once I get the luck, I have to be able to capitalize on it by making the very best choices possible. So I'll come back with a new board and hopefully a lucky board. See you in just a bit. Okay, so I've played this through 20 times and things have gone as I've expected. I haven't gotten really very close on any of them. I was about 2 or 3 away at one point, and I could have used lollyhammers to get rid of them, but this is one of those levels that I think is absolutely impossible to beat until you find yourself beating it. So I'm going to keep going for luck at least till I get to 100, and then I'll give in and try to use some color bomb or other boosters that might help. Maybe striped wrap to get rid of these. So anyway, continuing with my strategy and a couple of other things I want to share as I go. I have had the opportunity to make, oh, this is perfect. Don't take this away from me. Don't grow the chocolate there, because I want to take the purple. There we go. Sometimes you'll get the opportunity to make a color bomb. Here, I can take out orange or I can take out blue. I'm going to give you a couple seconds to see if you can find where the pitfall is. because if I take out all orange, I break this chain and the chocolate cannot grow. I don't think that we get anything coming through here because of this portal. So that's something you have to watch for. Also, of course, taking out the colors that aren't very prevalent is a good idea. So I think that I've come up with something that is a problem. We're just going to go ahead and test it because really it's not very likely we're going to win anyway, right? So I don't mind experimenting a little bit. So look at what we just did. We just broke the chain. Now, thankfully, I happened to notice that as I was contemplating my moves before with the color bomb, and so it didn't happen to me. I didn't learn from a bad experience. I at least feel good about that. So there's absolutely no way I can win now because these are never going to open. As much as I do here, I can't get to here. So this is kind of a useless game. I'm just kind of playing around with the moves I have left. But there's no way at this point in time this is winnable. So if you do end up falling into that pitfall, sometimes, you might be where you only have one color left, it's blue, and you've got blue surrounding you. You've got your color bomb here, and you have to move it, and you've got two blue. Sometimes the board will be that evil to you. But if you can avoid making those kinds of problems happen to you, then you'll be better off. So I'm going to pause the recording. I'm going to come back with no voice. I'm going to turn off my microphone. Did I forget to tell you that? I can't remember. Anyway, I'm going to turn off my microphone now and keep playing at least 100 times before I try to bring in any boosters. So hopefully, eventually, I'll see you back here on the winning board. See you in just a bit. Okay, so obviously this is a fairly good situation for me. If I can catapult it into something better, I need to have this open, so I need to bring a green at least into the proximity, and then everything is going to fall downward. So I have to hope that as it falls, we get some good cascading. So if there's a red on top of here, this is the end of the game for me. And if not, I have to make a decision. Am I going to use a couple of lolly hammers, or a switch hand would work? I could take a switch hand and just move this over. Or am I going to continue on? Guess what? I'm going to continue on. I want you to see this, and I am still going to try for it. What I'm going to do is this disruptive move that just kind of throws everything around and makes chaos. And it's not likely to make enough chaos, but I'm still committed to trying to get this done. But we now see an out. And if we look at opportunities to bring something in, we could bring in all of the starting boosters if you've got a supply of them, and it would make the job a bit easier from the very beginning, but also looking at just getting a good opportunity and then using some of those in-game boosters may be a way around this level. But lore, I'm just going to keep going. So I'm going to pause the recording, turn off the mic again, and get back to you if there's anything else important to say. See you in a bit. Okay, we've got it. Ooh, hello. Two of these guys and 2 opportunities to get rid of them. So let's do that, and then as long as there's not a chocolate here, we got it done. Now, Lore, this took me, according to my best calculation, 117 tries to do it without boosters. So I'm not recommending actually that you do it without boosters. I'm recommending that you investigate. Well, here, and I'll do it for you. I'll pause the recording and I'll come in with all my boosters and see how close I get and maybe how many tries it takes me to get it done. So I'm going to pause the recording and go back to an experiment here. Okay, so I see the failures of bringing in the beginning boosters because we could have some really bad situations happen here. If I take out the purple, the fish is going to take off and it might do something good, but it might present problems. Thankfully, at least these were set up in such a way that they helped me initially. But if I don't get any more fish to show up at the end, those entry boosters are not really going to be terribly substantial. So in my experiment, my idea was maybe we could get a better situation if we started with some boosters, and it's not proving true. We get a slightly better situation, well, and that's in this particular instance. Sometimes we might not even get this much happening for our buck here. Yeah, I'm not getting any other fish to show up. I thought that the fish might be the one thing on the board that would really contribute to some success. And yeah, I'm sorry, Lore. I wish that my experiment here had proven differently, but that was my second try, and that one was a better situation than my first try. So I don't think entry boosters are the way to go. I think that what you need to do is get close and then make sure that you have an arsenal available to you to take things out when you get to just a couple of spots that you need cleared. It's late, my voice is gone, so I'm going to say goodnight, and I hope this helps, even though it's still awful. Bye-bye.